What is your view of the wisdom of requiring mask use among the wider community?
Specifically on masks, there is no evidence that masks, aside from people who are exposed in front line, so healthcare workers, that masks actually make any difference. But that is extraordinary in its own. But what is even more extraordinary is that what I'm describing is uncertainty. We don't know whether these things make any difference. We don't know whether they make any difference by the type of agent that we're looking at. We don't know whether the materials or anything like that, the way they're fastened, the length of use, and so on, make any difference. These are non-healthcare worker settings. Okay? So what does science usually do when there is uncertainty? Well, science deals with uncertainty by doing experiments like Carl described, randomized controlled trials. Now, the time for the randomized controlled trials was in February, in March, in April. No longer now, because the viral circulation is low, and we would need huge numbers of enrollees to show to know for certain whether there was any difference with mask wearing. We're dealing with some of the most slippery customers in the market, respiratory viruses. It's not just a question of the bug and the person, it's also the setting, which is why all these laboratory-based experiments with plumes, for instance, there are studies looking at the plume of droplets coming out of mask A versus mask B and so on, have to be treated with extreme care. What we really should be doing is our experiments, trials in the population. And we have to do them when there's virus circulating. Here's another thing that is almost certainly was an accelerator. Why did we witness this explosive beginning of this epidemic pandemic? Has anybody been investigating that? Well, a few people have asked the question. We've reviewed the answers. It seems to be more to do with meteorology and the presence on the ground of the virus, but we're not sure. Should we not be putting huge amounts of resources into investigating this?